So the gameplay in the background, it's just one of the games that I was supposed to lose, and I actually ended up going super hard, carrying my team to victory. Had over a 6 KD playing on mouse and keyboard. This is from my live stream, and it's really entertaining, I think. My aim was on point, one of the best, getting back onto mouse and keyboard for multiplayer, that is. I'm still playing controller on Warzone, and I hope you guys can forgive me for that. It's a smart play. And I even play controller sometimes on multiplayer. I just want to explain my reasonings why, and it's nothing other than the fact that I focus really hard when I'm playing on mouse and keyboard. There's just so many things going on when I'm playing on mouse and keyboard that when I stream it, it's just, I don't interact with chat that much. I don't look at my chat that much because I'm thinking about all the scenarios and everything that's going on. And I feel like when I play on controller, I'm able to like glance over at chat, you know, talk to people, not really think too much about most of the stuff that's going on in game, because I can put my mind on autopilot when I'm playing on controller. And I just wanted to, you know, have a discussion about that because I think it's really interesting. Why is it when I play on mouse and keyboard, I just focus really hard. I'm playing really hard. And when I play on controller, it's just like, well, you know what? It's whatever. So one of the reasons I think when it comes to mouse and keyboard is because I'm using every input, right? I'm implementing every input to move left, to move right. Whereas like on controller, I have an analog stick, right? I just have to rotate my thumb to do those movements, and they can be really precise too. It's not that hard to be super precise on controller when it comes to movement, but when it comes to mouse and keyboard, you're pretty much stuck with like north, south, east, and west, right? And you got to kind of move your mouse in order to make those movements good. And I think that just involves a lot of thinking because, like I said, when you're playing on mouse and keyboard, every input that you implement is your own, right? And every input that you do, you have to consciously think about. Whereas on controller, I really don't have to do that. Now, don't even get me started on the aim. When it's something that I'm really focusing on, and like in this game, I really didn't focus on my aim too much, but even still, it's really hard to put it in the back of your mind how you have to readjust when it comes to certain enemy movements when you're looking at something on the screen, how something looks, and you actually having to physically aim and move your hand in order to calculate how far or the distance of the target, right? So there's that. And when it comes to controller, it's not even hard saying that I could look away while I'm aiming at somebody and still hit my shots. Like, come on. And I think for me, like right now, and when it comes to like a streaming aspect, I think playing on controller is, for me personally, it's just that much more enjoyable. And I'm not saying easy, or I'm not talking about in depth, or I'm not talking about how hard it is compared for one input compared to another. I'm saying for me personally, I put my mind on autopilot when I'm playing on controller, and it's just really easy to do. Whereas on mouse and keyboard, it's not that easy to put your mind on autopilot. And I think it's because, like I said, all the inputs are your own, and for the fact that, like I said, when you're looking at an enemy, you actually have to pay attention and focus on that enemy. Whereas like on controller, you really don't have to do that. Now, does that mean that one is more overpowered than the other? Well, if you look at a good mouse and keyboard player in this gameplay, you're going to be thinking to yourself, oh, well, look how fast I'm able to turn. Look how fast I'm able to stay on target. Look how fast I'm able to just flick back and forth between different positions. That's something that comes with time on mouse and keyboard. You're not going to see like your average mouse and keyboard player playing like this and being able to hit shots consistently to go on long streaks. That's just not how it is. It takes time, and if you are able to do that, you are just really gifted with the mouse and keyboard. That's all I have to say. Or you played other games, right? But like for me personally, I sucked at mouse and keyboard when I first started. I first started in CSGO, and that just really taught me a lot when it comes to aiming. Whereas on Call of Duty, it's a little different, right? I had to relearn the FPS genre, and I play Call of Duty on controller for 10 plus years, guys. So it's just something I'm really comfortable with, even though I really haven't touched a controller, I would say consistently, like playing Call of Duty, in about 4 years, right? But it's just something that I come back to, and I'm just having fun, and I'm just playing. And really, when it comes down to what input do you have most fun on? Like, do you have most fun on controller, or do you have most fun on mouse and keyboard? At the end of the day, who cares, right? I would say controller aim assist is definitely overpowered, but what are we going to do about it? I preached about it so much, but there's nothing else I could do about it. And these guys are saying I'm hacking, but whatever. But we're coming to the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this commentary and the gameplay. Always remember to stay blessed and stay humble. I'll catch you in another one. Peace.